So yesterday I was going out into the woods and I wanted to harvest some hickory wood, take down a small hickory tree that I could use to use in our cold smoker and make smoked salt that we offer on the website. And you know, we sell a lot of that, and instead of maple wood I was going to try the hickory this time and take down a hickory tree. So I went out into the woods, drove the little Toyota pickup that we have out into the back side of our mountain, and I parked the truck, picked out a good hickory tree, cut it down, and then all of a sudden the truck, I got done cutting up the hickory tree. I cut up the hickory tree and was satisfied with the amount of wood that I wanted to bring back. I went back to the truck to put the chainsaw in the truck, and all of a sudden the truck was swarming with hornets. And I immediately, closed the door of the truck and ran away, and, stood off from a distance to see, evaluate the situation, and realized that they were bald-faced hornets. And I was in a little bit of a pickle because they were all over the truck, and they were kind of, swarming around me. And I quickly decided to go ahead and just, get out. And so I quickly walked back, and they basically followed me all the way out of the woods, but they never stung me. I didn't get stung at all. But they kind of just were hanging around me until I got out of the woods and got back to the house. Anyway, I'm going back into the forest to see if I can retrieve the truck. I think I know where the nest was. I don't know. It wasn't in the tree that I cut down, because I looked over the tree pretty good to make sure. Because I'm always trying to figure out which way it's leaning to figure out which way is the best way to cut it down. And so it wasn't in the tree that I cut down, but I believe it was in some brush not too far away, because I was kind of monitoring their direction of travel to and from the truck. And so I think I have an idea of where the nest is, so I brought along some binoculars, brought along some hornet spray just in case, and I'm hopefully going to try just to retrieve the truck and get back to the house with it. It's always, I hate coming out in the forest in the summer and working like this, because number one, it's hot. Number two, there's all kinds of insects. Number three, there's tons of poison ivy everywhere. And so whenever I'm chopping or cutting, a lot of these poison ivy vines are running along the trees. And so when I'm cutting into trees, I'm cutting into poison ivy, and that puts that juice all over me. And so I just don't like work. I mean, the time to work in the forest is in the fall, winter, early spring. But the summertime, man, I just got to stay out of the forest. And this is just another reason why. So I'm coming up on the area. I'm going to go ahead and see what I can see. Okay, so here's where I cut the tree down. You can see over here is where I cut the tree. The tree is laying right there. It's a small hickory. And over here somewhere, I believe, is that nest. I don't know exactly where, but that was the direction of travel. The truck is on the other side over there, on the other side of that tree that's down. There's another big oak that's down we cut down earlier in the spring, and we used that on the mill, and I cut some red oak for the mill. But the truck is over there. The tree I cut is right there. And the nest, I believe, from just observing their direction of travel yesterday, is over here somewhere. And when I cut that tree down, it disturbed them, got them kind of in a frenzy. I finished cutting the wood off that I wanted, and I took the chainsaw back to the truck, and I hadn't loaded the wood yet, but when I loaded that, I guess that got them in a frenzy, and they looked around to see what was different, and they attacked the truck. From over here. That's where I believe they're at least I think. But I'm going to be very cautious just in case I'm wrong, and go real slow and try to look around me. But I believe it's over there somewhere. I use the binoculars. I don't see anything yet. It could be in the brush somewhere. I've seen hornets' nest in brush on the ground. They make that paper mache type nest. It can be in a tree. It could be on the ground. There's lots of different ways they can make it. They can make it, low to the ground. These type of hornets don't make it inside the ground or underneath the ground, but they keep it a paper mache nest above the ground somewhere. And I don't know where it is, but it's over there somewhere, I believe. But I'm gonna try make my way to the truck. And so let's go ahead and see what we can do. I think what I'm gonna do is make my way back behind this tree, but I gotta be careful because I don't want to, and just in case the nest is over here in that other brush pile beyond this tree, I'm just gonna go real slow. But I think that's my best way of getting back to the truck. And then there's a road going out the opposite side. I'm gonna have to get in the truck and then back away. But see, if you see that brush pile on the other side there, I'm worried that it might be in there. I don't see anything, but it's real hard to look in there and determine. So what I think I'm gonna do is take a wide gap over this way. And of course I have my spray ready if I need it. And then my ability, see, there's the truck. Hopefully my feet will carry me fast enough to get away if I have to. And I don't see any nest in that brush. But I cut that tree down and the other trees over on the other side early enough in the spring that wherever it is, they could have built a nest in there. I don't see anything in the trees here. But if I get too close, they will let me know it. I don't want to have to deal with that. It's been a while since I've been stung by anything like that. I don't want to start now. Well, there's the truck. I don't see any hornets on it now. Obviously it's morning, so they've had time to settle down. And I don't see anything in that brush pile there. So I think we're good. Okay, I'm gonna go this way. Long way around the barn, so to speak. That's a shame too. I wish I could get that wood over there. But I think I'm just gonna wait until fall to make any more smoked salt. Okay, I'm at the truck. Everything looks good. I don't see anything up in those trees. I really think, based on their direction of travel yesterday, it's over there somewhere. So, okay. There's my chainsaw. Oop. All right. Okay. Let's get out of here. Okay, and we're off. Going back the other way. Wow. So now we're heading back around to the other side of the mountain. There's this trail that goes around the mountain. We just drive around through here. Okay, we're heading towards the other side of the mountain now. We're pretty much away. So that was kind of interesting. I think I learned my lesson. whatever work you want to do, you make sure you get it done in the fall and winter months. So we're back, and I got the truck. Just an interesting experience. Just every day is different on the homestead. But yeah, I really like doing my work in the forest. When I have to work in the woods and have to be pulling out lumber, things like that, you want to do it in the winter time or when it's a little bit colder and you don't have to worry about things like that attacking you. And you know, there was a story not too long ago in the Ozarks where a guy, I think it was just last year, was out brush hogging and hit one of those nests. And he was an elderly gentleman, from what I understand. And you know, he was on his little tractor or brush hog or whatever it was, and he couldn't get away in time, and they killed him. And so it's just, I don't like doing that. I don't like brush hogging and some of my far pastures. Some of the pastures that I keep up on a regular basis, I can deal with that. Stuff that's close to the house, I can deal with that. But you know, it's important also for our kids to stay close to the house in the summertime. We don't let them go out in the woods, because if they ever encountered something like that, they just wouldn't be able to get away in time. And it's just one of those things that you have to look out for on the homestead. And you know, it's people are like, oh, I could never live in an environment like that where I was, you know, I had to worry about that kind of stuff. But you know, you know, I'm from St. Louis, and you know, look at the riots in the cities and the crime and the things. You know, there's dangers everywhere you go. And it's just, I'd rather deal with that kind of danger than, you know, deal with stuff in the city and the unknowns of just the world we live in today in a heavy populated area. I can deal with these. I can deal with the Hornets. So, but I'm very grateful I didn't get stung and got the truck back, and I'll just pick up where I left off when the temperatures drop a little bit this fall. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please click the thumbs up button below the video. It really means a lot to us. And be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Now you can support An American Homestead by becoming a patron. Visit patreon.com/AnAmericanHomestead to see all the benefits of becoming a patron of our channel. You'll get access to private videos, pictures, and even live question and answer sessions that you can participate in. Some patrons will even receive free gifts throughout the year from the homestead. Visit patreon.com/AnAmericanHomestead to check it out and see the rewards of supporting our channel.